video. You said what?
Wow.
Yo, honestly speaking, your whole entire life is many men, but the wrestling version.
Yes. Yes.
Jobber Nation, welcome to another episode of the JTP Lounge. As always, I'm Janelle from HR, here with Wilkins and Mrblacc. I know it's been some time since we have been recording. Don't worry, guys. We will be back this Thursday, so stay tuned for that. But tonight's special episode, we have a very special guest with us in our series leading up to Battle Club Pro's show on May 29th. I'm going to let him introduce himself because he's very humble, but he's also amazing. And I'm going to let him do it himself. So let the viewers and listeners know who you are.
I'm gonna need somebody else to do that because I'm not introducing myself.
You are
no. Negative. Nope. Hey, get her off the screen. Can somebody tell the people who I am, please?
Oh my God. The difficult one.
So I'll start. I'll introduce him. Yo, it's Mr. Grimm in the building, aka Mr. Grimm. Okay, Mr. Grimm. Mr. Grimm. Was that okay?
There we go. But you forgot the hitman for hire, Mr. Grimm. And I will body bag a mofo if they get my name wrong or if they make me introduce myself.
Oh, well, you get over it. Where's your briefcase anyway? Last time I seen you ain't had no briefcase. Where's that?
In my trunk with my body bag.
Do you have different size body bags or it's just like a one size fit all?
Nope. I have a standard and I have an extra large one.
All right. Well, thank you.
What's funny?
Janelle face is like, all right.
Because I really thought he would have said small, medium, and large.
Yeah,
so
facts. Facts.
So when he just said standard, I was just like, okay, that's great.
Hey, all of my body bags are OSHA approved.
Oh.
Question.
Yes.
Did you get your whole gimmick from the video game Hitman?
No.
Oh,
okay. So basically, this just started us off with very basic wrestling questions. How you came with the name Mr. Grimm?
All right, so good question because it's a very
generic question.
No, it's not generic because I got the nickname Grimm when I was younger by from like one of my former best friends. He got killed. So I ended up using Grimm, as a name like to pay homage to him because I was always the wrestling fan. He didn't really like it. So he was like, man, you're going to make it one day, Grimm. And he was like, when you debut, I'm going to be right there. Even though I don't fuck with wrestling, I'm going to be right there sitting in the front row. So it's he didn't get a chance to be there. So initially my name was like TNT Boom. But once I figured out what I really wanted to do, like I was like, yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and use it because it's weird because when I made my debut, it was like I was looking for two people, and I know one wasn't going to be there, but apparently the other one wasn't going to be there either. It was my dad and, him. But, it just kind of sucked because I was waiting for that debut. But like just, when he got killed, it was like, damn, man, I got to keep pushing forward for him. So that's where the name Grimm originated from.
So talk a little bit about your your start of training. Like, where did you train? How long you been in the game? Give us a kind of background, like Cliff Notes version of your background story.
Before you answer that, like for the audience sake, because they're gonna ask me later on, if you mind sharing, how did your friend get killed?
He got shot in the head.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. Friend, who was gonna ask you that?
I mean, it's whatever, like I'm an open book about it because it, I go to show, like it goes to show that, sometimes some people make it out the hood, others don't. And, I told them before it happened, I was like, yo, the people that we were running with, I'm like, yo, just leave them alone, bro, because they were shady. Because they started hating, we were making money and they weren't making as much money as we were. So it was like, I told them, I was like, bro, you need to leave them alone. Like, because like they shady and he ain't do it. And the same dudes who we used to bang with are the ones who, robbed him and killed him.
Wow, dang. Did they ever get caught?
Well, you could say that.
So I noticed that your sweater that you have nightmare.
Right?
Many men.
Listen,
that got real Ghost and Tommy on us. I was like, okay.
Listen, I'm trying to shift the mood to something because I'm not trying to.
You should have let him answer my question of.
Listen, Janelle, I'm not trying to turn to the Vlad interview where they said that we put somebody behind bars. That's why I try to shift the topic. I say, yes, his sweater has, Nightmare Before Christmas, and I noticed that you're a fan. Do you incorporate that film into your ring gear or to anything in your wrestling? Do you incorporate that in any way?
It's not that I incorporate it in my style, but going back to where my name originated from was me liking skulls. And like I was in DC, one of the only black dudes that would like be wearing skulls. And that's kind of where it came from. So even back then I was wearing skulls. Now I like wearing skulls. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I do like the Nightmare Before Christmas, but like I mainly had it on. Like I like skulls, man. And it's a Christmas sweater. Like I don't know if y'all have noticed, but previously, like on my past shows, like I started wearing Christmas sweaters to my shows, and that's kind of gonna like be my thing. I started it during Mania Week in Tampa, so I had a sleeveless Christmas sweater with a wreath and a bell on it, and it lit up.
At which show? Because the show I saw you at, I definitely didn't see no Christmas sweater.
Which show were you at?
The one where you had the match with Timmy.
Yeah, I was wearing it that day.
He wore it to the show, not at the show.
Oh, so I was like,
but no, I was wearing it before. Like, so when I got there, like doing the first couple of shows that I was at, I had it on. Like when I came back to the show, I had it on, and it was like once it was time for me to get dressed, I took it off. So and then, wait, did I put it back on once when we went to BS?
Absolutely not.
I don't think I put it back on.
You have a guest? There's somebody in the car with you?
Yeah, two people. One in the back and one next to him.
It's the family. It's in the car.
Yeah, I didn't notice that.
Family in the car. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my best friend and my son with me. My best friend, she's the one that does all the videos. She records all it.
He's waving in the back.
What Nick waving in the back?
He waving in the back.
Yo,
he's actually low-key the first kid that's ever been on our podcast.
Well, we're making history today.
Exactly.
He clotheslined me at Battle Club.
Did he?
Why do you remember that?
Look at it in the back. Look at it in the back. You're like,
I mean, you probably deserved it if he did it.
Huh?
I said you probably deserved it if he did it.
No, we were practicing and we were playing. But he clotheslined me.
You took a fake bump and he let him clothesline?
No, it was a real bump. I took a real bump. But back to how many? You have two, right?
Nah, I have four.
You have a village.
Oh,
How you balance fatherhood and wrestling? Then?
yes.
Like that's just.
It's like a lot of people think that it's difficult, and it's not, because like one thing about me is my dad. Growing up, he wasn't in my life, so I made it a priority to make sure that I was in every aspect of my kid's life. So even though they're not obligated to come with me to my wrestling shows, like I would say they've traveled to more towns than some of these workers out here. And, they've been able to see different places that they wouldn't have seen, or I wouldn't have seen without wrestling. So I have them like, every weekend. So the thing is like I tell my kids, look, y'all aren't obligated to come to on this journey with me. Like if you don't want to go to my show, you don't have to. But a lot of times they want to. And like if they want to, I'm going to make sure they're with me, and I'm going to teach them, whatever I can. I've actually been training him and the oldest that I have, and they've been doing pretty good. This one in the back, like if you see him at training, it's like he's not athletic at all, but he will not give up at all. He will not give up. And like I had him doing drills, and I mean the drills weren't easy by far. And he thugged it out, man. And it's crazy because he has a drive like me, but he's just not as athletic as me yet. So
what drills did you have him do? I'm curious.
All right, so basically what we were doing, so you have to do a back bump, like you do 3 back bumps, then you would do face bumps. Then you would get up, run the ropes, hit the ropes 3 times. After you did hit the ropes, you would run to the corner, do an up and over. Since he couldn't do an up and over where you jump with your feet on the mat, he would hit the bottom rope and jump over. Then it would go, you would do that 5 times, then you would run, hit the ropes 5 times, then do another back bump, get up.
God damn.
Did you serve in the military at any point in your life?
No, it's not that, but one thing that I've learned is like cardio, man. Like you have to have good cardio, and wrestling is different from like running, playing football, or anything like that, because you're having many car crashes in your match. Every single time you take a bump, it's like forcing your body to have a mini car crash. So what I was trying to teach them is, one, being in good conditioning, working on your breathing as you're running, because if you're running and you're not really breathing right, like during your match, say, y'all are getting to, the go home and y'all are going back and forth and you can't pick your opponent up because you're tired, that's on you. Their life is in your hands. So I want to make sure if they decide to, be in the wrestling business, that they're going to be ready.
So
also,
what made you get into wrestling then? If that's like, what was the light bulb that said, you know what, this is the route I want to go?
Well, I actually fell into wrestling by accident. I was playing football in college, and my van had broke down. So I went back to doing security. And while I was doing security, my friend, he asked me, he said, "Hey, man, we got a job at this RCW wrestling show." And he was like, "Do you want to do security for a wrestling show?" So I was like, "All right, why not?" So I went there, and I saw it. I was fascinated. First person I saw was Mia Yim. Yo, I fell in love with her automatically. I didn't even know who any of these people were, but my eyes was on Mia the whole time. It was just like, damn.
I mean, you are her type.
You said what?
I mean, you are her type, low key. So.
I mean, to be fair to him, he's definitely lost a little weight though. He's definitely slimmed down, and you could tell that it has helped him increase like your cardio. And so like when I saw you in Tampa, that's the first thing I said. I said this he done lost some weight. Out here dropping pounds.
Well, I mean, I'm dropping pounds like for a reason. Like I'm trying to get to where I need to be, because just leave it at that. But
heard you.
So
Heard you.
But yeah, like going back to the drills, it's like you have to, one, make sure that you're in shape. 2, I gave them drills going back, like switching it up, because in your match you have to remember your spots. Like even when you're tired, you still have to remember your spots, and if you don't, it can mess the match up. So it's like like especially with kids, it's like their minds are just going everywhere, even adults. And it's like if you're running back bump, and it's like you gotta take the back bump, worry about tucking your chin so you don't mess your rock yourself, then get up, face bump, then you get up, run, hit the ropes. And it's like through all of that you have to keep your breath, because I teach them, like me, I do my back bumps like how Triple H was teaching the people on Tough Enough. You gotta attack the mat when you hit it. So if you watch, when I take like a shoulder tackle, like I'm literally trying to throw myself through the mat. Yeah. So it's like that right there it's a lot to it, man. You just got to make sure you're ready. Got to. And if anybody is going to be a protege of me, they're going to be ready. They're not going to make my name look bad.
Bars.
So wait, was this WrestleMania your first WrestleMania like weekend working shows? Like
no. The first one that I had working shows was when they were in Jersey. And that was actually when I made my MLW debut. When I had the match with Loki and was it Ricky Martinez? I mean, I got knocked out in the beginning, but hey, I was still in the match with Loki and Ricky Martinez. And then Conan came up to me after the match and he was like, "Yo, you made them look good. I appreciate it." So hearing that from Conan, one of my idols, growing up, I was like, whatever.
So how was your experience working with AEW?
I loved it, to be honest. And, unlike when I did extra work with WWE, I didn't feel like I had to walk on eggshells. Like everybody there just seemed so down to earth, and it felt like I belonged. When I did extra work with WWE, it was kind of like we're trying to stay out of people's way because like you didn't really know who to talk to. Nobody really seemed. Well, I'm not gonna say anybody because I'll get to that in a minute. But most of the people didn't really seem like they were interested in talking to us. Like letting us pick their brain or whatever like that. Because it was like we just got looked at as extra talent. So I will say, like, and you mentioned his name before before we got on the show, but like one of the coolest people there, was like Booker T, like Mark Henry, and I would say Titus O'Neil was like probably the coolest one because when we were going out for like the conga line, he saw us and he like was just talking to us. He was dapping us up. He was like, "Yeah, man, y'all look great." And he asked us, he was like, "Hey, can I take a picture with y'all?" So he took a picture with us and then posted it on his social media. So that was kind of cool. But going back to AEW, like I mean, it was just it was a really unforgettable experience. And I didn't even expect to have a match when I was there. I just thought it was gonna be me eating catering all day, which I was totally for because I didn't have a match because I was around when COVID at first started. So my last match was in March. I debuted for them in May. So that was like 2 whole months, me just sitting on the couch, really not doing anything. And I was just like, because it was a little depressing once everything got closed because wrestling, other than my kids, was my life. So it was like, I just felt like kind of worthless for a minute. So it was like, I got the email and they were like, "Hey, can you be here on Monday at this time?" So I was like, fuck. So I had to like hurry up, start trying to get like, get back in shape. And I had like one open ring the day before I left. But like I said, once I got there, I didn't even know I was supposed to have a match. So I'm thinking everything is everything. I'm about to just be eating catering and watching the show for free. And I was there for about an hour and a half. And then I looked at the match card because they had Dynamite. And then I was like, I saw the match. I was like, "Yo, these matches are lit." Then it goes to Dark. I'm like, "Oh, cool. What's Dark?" Then I see Grim and I'm like my stomach my heart just went to my damn stomach at that point because I totally wasn't ready for a match, wasn't expecting a match. And I was just like, I if you ask me like before a match, am I nervous? I'm never nervous. Never. But I got nervous. And I'm like, that's a feeling that I'm not used to. So, I was already out of my element right there. But I calmed down. Like I talked to Nala because she's one of my mentors, and I was like, "Yo, Nala, they put me in a match." Like, and she was like, "Good, that's good, right?" I was like, "Yo, what if I fuck up? Like I haven't had a match since March." Like, and she was like, "Yo, you're gonna do fine. This is where you want to be. Like you've been talking about this moment like for a while now. Now you have it. You didn't expect it, but you're here. So make the best of it." So like, once she said that, I told myself, I'm like, "Yo, stop being a bitch, man. Let's go. Let's go and get this contract." But like so we're calling our match. And it was crazy because I'm in the ring and it's like, because Warlow was like, "Hey man, come on, let's call our match." And I was like, "All right, cool." So I'm thinking we're gonna just call it in the back. And he's like, "Here, we got to go to the ring to call it." So I'm like, I get to go in the ring? Like, I'm like kind of marking out just a little bit. But like what's crazy is like, you got Billy Gunn, you got Dustin Rhodes, you got everybody just sitting up there just calling their match. And I'm just like, yo, like, do I belong in this ring? And then like one of the agents for the match was like Billy Gunn. And as we're working on stuff, Dustin Rhodes came over here and was like, "Yo, how athletic are you?" I was like, "I'm really athletic. Why? What's up?" And he was like, because we were trying to figure out a spot to do. And then he told me, he was like, "Man, just try this." So like when I did it, he was like, "Oh shit, you got good ups for a big guy." So I'm like, "All right, this is cool," But yeah, man, it was like, it was just crazy, man. Like, everybody was just so nice. And the people who used to be in WWE, they seemed so like happy there. Like it was weird, like seeing them at WWE was just like they just was in business mode, but they were just so lax and chill, and it was like I didn't see y'all like this before. So definitely you can tell the locker room like AEW's doing something good.
Yeah.
Something good for everybody to feel the way that they're
Thank
feeling,
you.
and like them looking happy and look like they're having fun. That's not a work at all.
Nah, that's dope. Quick question. So 2 questions. First, how was the catering food though?
Facts.
I mean, all right. So the catering was cool. I would say WWE's catering was a lot better, but like it's free food and they're providing for their workers. Like I'll put it like this: when I went to WWE, the last day there for breakfast, I had scallops and filet mignon for breakfast.
Nigga, what?
Yes, bruh.
What?
Oh, put your pinky up.
Did they right? Like they have champagne? Like what? Like
Man,
what?
like I mean, they had like a cereal bar, a dessert bar, and like it was just crazy. Like, damn. And
So
yeah,
the other question is, you've been pretty well traveled within the scene. Done extra for WWE, done stuff with AEW, MLW. And you are a fan of the sport, did you ever come and meet one of your favorite wrestlers and it's like completely disappointed? You don't have to say no names. Just did you ever come across that way? Like, damn, this is who he is.
Okay.
I guess.
To be honest, I haven't.
That's
because
awesome.
everybody that I've talked to has been cool. Because I even named a name like before. Like I was at Limitless, and it was Ricochet versus Matt Sydal, and I was a fan of Matt Sydal and Ricochet. I don't usually mark out for people. I mean, I didn't even mark out at this point, but I went up to him and I told him, I was like, yo, like, I'm a big fan of your work. Like, the stuff you do is dope. Like, I just wanted to let you know. And, Ricochet was like, yo, I really appreciate that, man. That really means a lot. And then from there, it was just like, yo, like, damn, everybody's not a dick in this business. And, like, even with Matt Sydal, like, I met Matt when I was, I had to pick him up from the airport one time. This is, like, way before I was, like, semi-established. But I picked him up from the airport, and we talked for a minute, and he was just cool. He even gave me his number and was like, "Hey man, anytime that you need advice or whatever, just hit me up." And it was kind of cool because after he debuted for AEW, I texted him and I was like, "Hey man, congratulations! Like good shit out there. Even though you messed up, man, like just keep pushing." And he was like, he was real positive about it and said, "Hey man, I really appreciate that. Like you reaching out to me."
Yeah,
and during Mania week, I was supposed to have a show at his school, and we talked about it for a minute, and we talked about like AEW, and he was like, "Man, when's the next time you're coming up there? Like, you need to get your ass back up there." Like, so like he's a genuinely cool dude, man. Like, and it's just cool to like not really run into like too many dicks in his business who I'm like looked up to.
That's awesome.
Has there been anyone that's done the opposite, like done to you, like walked up to you and told you how inspirational you've been to them?
Good question, Janelle.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, it's weird. Like, it's a couple of people who've done that, and I feel weird being in that position because, like, even though, like, I haven't had a contract or anything, I tell people, man, I ain't shit. Like, I'm still like, I'm still where you are. Like, I've been blessed with opportunities, but I'm just Grim. Like, I'm not like nobody yet. So it really means a lot. Like when somebody takes the time to say, watching me inspire them. Like, even it was a guy who hit me up today, matter of fact, yesterday, and was saying, I inspired him to start training. And I'm like, stuff like that, it really means a lot. And anytime anybody like feels like I've inspired them, I would love for them to tell me, because that helps to keep me pushing and being positive, just so I could inspire more people to, do what they want to do, or just be free and feel like, they can be the best they can be. Real talk.
Nah, that's fire. That's fire, B. That's fire. That's some fire shit. And that, like, did you ever think that you would get this far in the game? Honestly, when you first started, did you ever think that you would be where you're at today? Even though you're not signed yet?
I'm gonna be honest, no, because when I first started, I had like I still had that street mentality, and I had to learn not to, because it was like I almost got blackballed, like I would say a couple of months into training, mainly because some of the people.
Let's rewind that. Don't go over that like that.
First of all, he really needs to talk about how he low-key was a hood nigga. That's actually what I really want to talk about first.
Man.
Okay, like, and we can talk about how you was in the streets first. I would rather hear that first, but just saying.
But so
you're not gonna talk about the 42 bricks?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. But
okay, got you.
Okay,
heard you. That's a conversation off camera. Got you.
So when I was training, like I noticed it was like some people who would be working at deli shops or gas stations or 7-Elevens, feeling like they're better than people because they've been in the business longer. So I've they were like talking to certain people any kind of way and expected them just to take it. So people like me, I'm a cool dude until you piss me off. And me, I'm a real ass dude. If I have an issue with you, like if I want you to know, you will. If I talk shit behind your back and you ask me, did I talk shit behind your back? I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I said. Like if you want to fight after that, we can fight. If you want to talk it out and end it, we can do that too. I'm cool with it. But the thing that they were doing, they were talking shit behind my back. And it was getting back to me. And then I came up to him and I would talk to him and I'd be like, hey, man, is everything cool? Y'all got a problem with me? And they'd be smiling and be like, oh, nah, bro, you're good. And those who, yeah, bro, we're good, bro. So I was like, all right, I'll let it go. So then a couple of weeks later, it happened again. And like we had this group chat and I told him, I'm like, yo, I don't give a fuck who y'all are. If y'all keep talking about me, we gonna fight. If I have to sit up here and line every one of y'all motherfuckers up, I will line y'all up, fuck you up, then fuck the next person up. And then it was like they were doing a show with Tito Santana. And I'm like, yo, if y'all don't answer me, I'll meet y'all at the show. Like, I don't care. I will fuck all y'all up at the show. Like, y'all are gonna stop talking about and this is how it was. And then like you gotta think, like all of these Caucasian people, like they're like this big black guy's here and now he's threatening us. So then they started getting other people in there talking about, oh yeah, well, you're green in this, but you haven't even had your first match yet, and you're being disrespectful. And I'm like, it ain't me being disrespectful, bro. Y'all are being disrespectful to me because y'all are saying shit behind my back, and y'all can't even tell me. You can't be a man and tell me that you're doing it. So I learned quick, fast, in a hurry that that's not the way to do shit. So, yeah. I learned a valuable lesson.
Wow, man! Like
wait,
you went from here,
like
you went all the way to here to now. He was like, "Yeah, I was a valuable lesson that day." Yo, listen, that was a ride. I felt that I was there, dog. I felt that I was in passion. She like, "Yeah, dogs, let's get these niggas."
Wait, but I just want to know. Want to know. Did you roll up to the show though? Like,
I did show up to the show, but like they trust me, they deaded that shit way before that show.
Oh, okay.
But what did you learn though? What did you really take from that? Because the business is filled with a lot more people just like that. So what did you take from it?
I took from it as this, like, it's called professional wrestling. And, even though you're from the hood, you still have to know when to be professional. And being professional isn't running up on people because they're talking about you. Because like what I've learned, especially in this business, everybody's going to have something to say about you, but you can't fight everybody. If you do, you're going to have some pussies out there that are going to press charges, and then you're not going to be able to do what you love. So if you love this business and you want to be professional and move forward and, take it as far as you want to take it, then you have to be professional. Like sometimes you just got to take it on the chin and just, keep moving. Be like, all right, whatever. This success, you can always kill, jealousy with success. Somebody's jealous and they hating on you. just be successful. That's the reason that I drove so hard, because there's so many people in this business who did not want to see me where I was, who told me that, oh, you shouldn't be a big guy doing 450s. Just go out there and wrestle like, a big man, because he's sitting up there. He's afraid that I'm going to take his spot. And I'm saying this because I end up getting removed like later on. I got kicked out of my home promotion because a guy who it was a black guy who started to, gain a little traction, at the company. He saw me as a threat, like, because he couldn't do the stuff that I did. So of course they were gonna, I was gonna surpass him. So I started training with other people because I felt where I was training, I wasn't learning anything anymore. So I went to go learn, and they told me, you can either train just here or you can leave. So I told them, thank you for the opportunity, but I'm not going to let anybody put a ceiling, on my career. And honestly, that was like one of the best decisions that I made, because the guy who, was trying to shit on me and, trying to got me kicked out of the company, like, he's not even doing anything now. He came like to one of the top companies in Maryland thinking that he was going to wrestle, and they turned him into, like doing videos, and I don't even know what he's doing now. So last time I saw him, he was doing like music videos. You said what?
No. Honestly speaking, your whole entire life is Many Men, but the wrestling version.
Yes. Yes.
Because
it's beyond me at this point.
That exact thing is that line from Many Men. Because that nigga,
this is how you know I work with Queens niggas, because that's all they think about 50 Cent. It's like,
Many Men,
but I'm still here for a fucking reason.
No, it's a hard.
Just like you,
Dang.
So wait. So let's lighten up. So you said
we can't lighten up. His name is Mr. Grimm.
It's just a little. I mean, let's try to lighten just a tad.
Wait, hold on. The first 2 minutes.
Talking about the first 2 minutes was wild. Like, I was like, oh my god. But it's his life, and he's open about it. And we said before we got on camera, you could talk about whatever.
Yes.
No holding back.
Yes.
So what I can tell you, he's honored that. He's honored that. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, favorite wrestler of all time?
I really, it's hard saying all time. I mean, it would have to be between Chris Benoit and Brock Lesnar.
Ooh.
Good choices. Good choices.
Like, because when I was little, like when I was younger watching WCW, it was always cool seeing Chris Benoit, like this little guy, just throw the shit out of people. And it was just like, yo, he was just like, he was a beast, bro.
He's a beast.
Like, he was a beast. And then, like, from the moment I saw Brock Lesnar and he came in there, with Spike Dudley or whatever, I was like, who the fuck is that, bro? Who is that? And like, I was a fan like after that, and I was like, yo, did he just put him through like a trash can or something? Or like, God damn, bro.
Remember when he beat up that one-legged kid?
Zach Gowen.
Zach Gowen.
Yeah, I would have loved to have been the fly on the wall and creative to hear how they.
I mean, because bro, like the attitude there, they didn't really care like at all. Like, I think that was right when they started going from the attitude era to like the PG era a little bit. But like Zach Gowen, bro, like he can sell his ass off. But yo, Brock beat the shit out of him, bro. Oof. I was like, damn.
Hey.
It was uncomfortable.
Hey, look, Zach got that paycheck. He got that paycheck, bro.
He sure did.
He fought Vince too. Don't forget that.
So, yeah, I mean, that was a real inspirational story for, Zach Gowen. And I'm pretty sure he inspired a couple of people. Like, did y'all see the legless dude that GCW had a couple of years ago?
Yes.
Bro,
yes.
That shit was lit. Like, I didn't even know who he was. And he came out there like, yo, look it up. If y'all haven't seen it, look it up.
Nah, I will after this, because that's wild.
I saw it when it came out. It was viral online. I haven't seen it in a long time though.
Yep. Wow. That was crazy, bro.
Wow. So you spoke about the professionalism, you spoke about meeting your idols, you spoke about the stuff that you dealt with in the past. through all of this, what are some rules that you go by? Like some ground rules that you have come up with for yourself to go by, navigating yourself through the wrestling business?
Well, for starters, never put a ceiling on your career, and like to keep pushing forward. Like a lot of times, people like, especially me sometimes, like you'll feel like nothing's going on, like nothing's going to happen with your career and you just want to give it up. Like if you really want this, like you can't give it up, because prime example, like another one of my mentors, JD Drake. Like, look at him. Like we were talking.
Love him.
I love him. I'm sorry. Had to mark out.
Love him.
One of the like, if you like some of my moves that I do, like some of the spots that I do, like he helped me like come up with those to make it, like to help perfect it. So it was crazy because we were talking, and what was it? When I was in Tennessee, we were talking, and he had another company that he was actually supposed to like sign with, and things didn't go right. And, I was talking to him. I was like, yo, man, just keep your head up, man. You got this. Like, don't give up. Just keep pushing. Like everything happens for a reason. And now look at him. And it's just crazy. Like, because, even like with Keith Lee, like I know he's a little older too. And it's like a lot of people, like back in the day, 30, like once you hit 30, it was like, you might as well start giving it up because you weren't going to get signed. But now you're getting people 30, 33, 34, 36, like in their late 30s getting opportunities. And, at this point now, it's like, you got to keep pushing. You got to.
Didn't DDP sign at a late age?
I think he was like 40 something when he signed.
DDP was like crip walking to 40. So he legit was the blueprint in being in late 30s, early 40s, and being at low key the prime of his career.
But you also have to remember, it wasn't too many people back then who were able to do that. So it's like, now you're getting more opportunities, and it's more companies that you can actually wrestle for. And WWE really isn't an end all be all. Like you can actually make a pretty good living off of the indies. So it's like,
how has the indies treated you?
Facts. Good question.
Now, at first, things really, it was kind of, I don't know, like a lot of people, like I had like a black cloud over my head because a lot of people were talking about me. A lot of people I feel like were intimidated. It's certain people, like one person in particular.
Because you was a thickums and you was moving like a cruiserweight? Okay.
I wouldn't even say that. Like a lot of people didn't like the fact that, I actually, like I don't hit you to hurt you, but I hit to make my stuff like look realistic and make sound. Like I'm not gonna kill you, but I mean you're gonna get like, I'm physical. And I tell you the same thing. Like when we're working, I'm like, yo, I'm a fucking tank. Like you're not gonna hurt me. And even if you hurt me, you ain't gonna know you hurt me. So let's go out there and fuck each other up. Like not in a, like let's kill each other, but let's give the fans a good match. Because a lot of people that watch my matches, they question whether like it's real or not, because they're like, yo, you're actually hitting people. And it looks that way, but I'm not killing them. So
true.
But a lot of people like, they said that I was stiff, or that I was pretty much stiff. So I lost some opportunities because of that. And at the end of the day, I was just like, if I lost an opportunity because of word of mouth, then I really didn't need to be there anyway. I mean, it's more places to work. And, if you think about it, I haven't been on, like a GCW or Beyond, and like I'm doing pretty good for myself. Like I'm not even gonna lie. Like I've traveled, I've wrestled in 22 states already. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Canada. I did a joint show with AAA. Yes, I'm putting myself over there, and it's like a lot of people, like who were in like certain companies, hadn't even done that. So. Yeah, considering where I trained at, I would say they were at the bottom of the barrel in Maryland. Like I would pretty much say they were the laughing stock when I was wrestling. They were the laughing stock in Maryland, and I managed to come from there and have the career that I'm having. So it's like it doesn't matter how you start, where you start. Like you got to finish and got to keep pushing. Like you got to be motivated, have tunnel vision, Because if you let the bullshit that people will say about you, or the people that try to pull you down because they're jealous, because you're getting opportunities that they're not. If you're worried about everybody else, you're not going to succeed. Only way you can succeed is by channeling out the bullshit, not letting the bullshit mess with you, and just focus on your goal.
Damn it, 50. You got this, 50.
I can't with you. Wait, where in Maryland are you from?
Well, I'm from DC. I'm from Southeast DC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I live in Maryland now.
Okay, so guess what? That makes complete sense. All of the first 10 minutes of this episode.
It does.
My homegirl is from Southeast, so I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Makes sense.
Everybody in DC I know have a similar story to that. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
I mean, it's like depending on what part you're from. Like depending on what part you're from is rough, man. Like it's not even the fact that because me, I wasn't like a person who would like start things, but it was a neighborhood that my neighborhood was beefing with. They were called 37th Street, and we would literally be walking, and people from there would come up to us and be like, "Hey, yo, we heard you said fuck 37." And I'm like, bro, I don't even know who the fuck you are. And literally, they'd be like, "Oh, so you don't what fuck 37?" And then that's how a fight would start. And I'm just like, bro, like me, I'm minding my business, and I mean, don't get me wrong, I wasn't a saint, but like a lot of times I'd be minding my business, and they would come up to me and be like, "Yo, we heard you say fuck 37," and I'm just like, "Here we go." So it'd be like they fight us, like we win, they get mad, come back at us, and it was just an ongoing thing that just like it's fucking stupid, bro. Like you get a lot of people that get caught out here, and it's just they don't have to. Like these neighborhood gangs, man. You sitting up here repping a neighborhood, but you wouldn't be even in that neighborhood if your fucking family wasn't paying their rent.
Preach.
Think about it. So you gonna sit up here and rep a neighborhood that's pretty much temporary for you, and you can get kicked out at any moment.
Pretty much.
Dang. Facts.
And you mentioned college. Where'd you go to school?
I went to Virginia University in Lynchburg.
Oh.
Oh.
How was that?
It was cool. Like
Lynchburg is not very friendly.
Really?
From my experience. So my old best friend, she went to Hampton. So we would be in Virginia all the time, all over. I know people that gone to Virginia State. So like going through Richmond, all that stuff. But Lynchburg, we was like a little.
I mean, it was cool for me, like especially like I'm telling you, my whole career, like when I was playing football and even the wrestling, it's crazy how everything went because I never expected to be in a position that I was in. Like I literally got recruited from semi-pro football to college. Like I was playing I was playing for the DC Explosion, and we had a bowl game in Florida, and it was against the I think number 7th ranked team in the nation, and we ended up beating the shit out of them. So like after that game, a couple of weeks later, my coach came up to me and was like, we sent like some of your stuff off to a college, and they said that they want to bring you in. Like he said, are you interested in going to like playing for college? I was like, yeah. I was like,
is this D1, D2?
Well, see, they were just starting up the athletic program. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot easier to get in because I didn't have to go through NCAA clearinghouse. I didn't even have to like transfer anything. Like I was able to just like slide right through.
Nice. That's God, man.
Yeah, man. And it's crazy because I wanted to play college football, and like that created an opportunity. A lot of people don't feel like, you can get recruited from semi-pro to college. And it's very rare, but it happens.
What position
like
did
one
you
dude? So it's crazy, right? I was about what?
Yo, that's how it's about to be some Tim Tebow. Like, I started off as a quarterback, but they signed me as a tight end.
No, I was never a quarterback, but so I weighed about maybe 260, 270 at that time, and I was playing wide receiver and tight end. So, bruh, listen. At my size, I could run like a running back. I had hands. I wasn't that fast, but I could get open. And like 90% of the time, I was breaking the first tackle. So it's like if we're on like 3rd and 5 and they need a first down. Like my coach, he would call Chicago. That was basically 2619 Whiskey Zoom, and like the 2 is like a slant, the 1 is like an arrow route, and that's what I would be. But no, I was doing like the curl. So the 6 was the curl, and the 9 was the fly. So they would literally send me on like a curl, and as like before I could even get like through my route, they would throw the ball because I would catch it, and then like 9 times out of 10, that first person would not tackle me. So I wasn't that fast, but I could get open. Like I could run routes. My routes were pretty good, and I had hands.
You were a slot receiver, more or less.
No, they even had me on the outside. I could still play outside. Because think about it. At a person my size,
talented. Like
at a person my size, right? Imagine if a cornerback is trying to jam me. Like I'm throwing his ass off. Like as soon as he comes out, taking my wrist, like my forearm, hitting that shit, going into my route. Like I couldn't get jammed that easy. And even if he did try to jam me, like I still knew how to get off and get into my route. So
Wow. That's incredible.
Outside of wrestling, that's wild. Like that's beyond me.
Wow.
So outside of wrestling, what do you like to do? Like what are you into?
Yes.
Like talk a little bit about you outside of the square
honestly,
circle.
I pretty much like being with my kids. Like that's starters.
First of all, your little one is too cute. Like for real.
Thanks, son.
Are you talking about Baby Grimm?
Yes.
Yo,
and
she is something else.
And she don't be with the shits.
No, not at all. She will fuck you up. Like I'm not even lying. And the thing is with her, she loves wrestling. Like I cut on my highlight tape the other day. Like, cause I just put out my new highlight tape and I cut it on and she watched it. And it was like, as soon as it went on, she rewinded it, watched it again. As soon as it went off, rewind it, watched it again. And funny story. The other, like, I think it was last week, I was trying to wake her up. She would not wake up for nothing. I was shaking her, calling her, nothing. So I was like, all right, let me try something. So I put my theme song, like I put my phone by her head and turned my song, like my theme song all the way up. As soon as the beat dropped and it's like, take him out, she jumped up like this and was like, I take him out. And it's like, oh, hey, daddy. And it was like, so.
Yeah, you got support. Wow. You got the child low-key traumatized but excited at the same time.
Yo, she jumped up. It was like Undertaker. I thought she was about to steal me or something, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, she just jumped up. Like, it's like, just imagine little baby sleep. She like, you know, I take him out. Hey, daddy. Like, I'm like, bro, she had her fist balled up and shit. I was like, like,
oh Lord, now you got her ready.
But nah, man, she, you know, like it's good having, you know, the support system that I have, and you know, especially now that like my older kids are like, you know, getting older into other things, they don't really like come into the shows as much, but like I still know I have their support, and that's really all that matters. And I told them from the start, like, you don't have to come to my shows. I'm not going to be mad at you because I know like your minds are other places. Like you might want to go out with your friends or, you know, play Roblox or whatever. Like whatever you decide to do, like I'll still be there. Like just because you don't decide to come to my show or whatever, like I'm not going to be mad at you. Like I'm not going to think that you don't support me because I know y'all support me. And it's like whatever y'all do, like just know that you have my support as well. So like the one in the back, like he's not the athletic one. Like my oldest, he's playing football right now. And
you said she's playing football?
No, he.
Oh, I'm about to say.
And I'm not even gonna lie, it's gonna be a bitch because he's like one of the top teams in the country. Ooh. And yo, they be traveling. Like their first game is in August, and it's at the Mercedes Center in Atlanta, Georgia.
At the stadium.
Where the Atlanta Falcons play?
If that's where the fuck they play, they like their mother just told me today. Stadium. Yeah, like they, bruh. So it's like now I gotta like try to, you know, I gotta like multi-manage, multitask or whatever, man, because like, you know, I want to make sure I'm at his shows, but like one thing I try to like help him understand even if I can't make it to your game, like you have to remember, this wrestling, like it's not how it used to be. It's not like I'm not getting $10 paydays anymore. Like this is actually helping, say if you want a game, boom, do a show. You got your game. And it's helping me get to a point to where I can possibly, help provide for you better than what I can right now. So when I tell them that, they understand that because it's like they've seen me on TV. They've seen, some of the stuff that I do. And it's like, I just try to help them understand that wrestling will never come before y'all. But it's my job. So you have to understand, if I don't go to work, like you can't get, the games that you want. You can't, when we're going out to Six Flags and y'all get the season passes, without wrestling, that's like extra money to help y'all do the fun stuff that we do. So, they tend to understand that a little better.
All about the balance. So what's next for Mr. Grimm? What are some like dream matches you may want in the near future?
All right. This match was supposed to happen like I think 3 years ago, and it was hyped and everything, and it didn't happen because the company folded the week of the show. But it was me versus Shane Taylor in a body bag match.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah. Why we all stuck? I was like, what?
Yeah. So I want that match with Shane Taylor, and
I mean, WrestleMania is in Dallas next year. You never know.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was watching the match with me and Timmy at
he was sitting next to me. He was watching it, yeah. So he was telling me it's so funny watching a show with someone who wrestles like that earlier that day. Like he was in wrestling mode. So it was just like, but then when you guys were in the ring, he was a fan.
Wow.
Like I've never seen nothing like that. Like, we all know a lot of indie guys and stuff like that. That was the first time I literally sat next to someone that is in the business, that does it well, and was genuinely a fan of the two of you going at it.
That's what's up.
Wow.
Like he was the loudest in the room type of thing.
Wow.
Like Yarly, like how you are when y'all gets in the ring. That's how Shane was when the two of them was in that ring.
That's amazing.
And it was so dope. And it was so powerful because it was just like, after a year being like pandemic and now WrestleMania is on, the week is on, and just seeing everybody really flourish the way that they were supposed to last year. And just him, like, just his reaction to you guys, I was just like, this is what I love most about the business. Like, we all can support each other in so many different ways. So
yeah,
I mean, it was so dope. But, okay, Shane Taylor body bag match, okay.
Like him and I keep forgetting his name. Why do I keep forgetting his name?
How he look?
All right, Jeff Cobb. Like I've always wanted to work Jeff Cobb.
Woo!
That's a real big boy match.
Talking about some heavy hitters.
Oh man!
And that's the thing. Like I want to go against bigger guys because I like having fights. Like those are like, even though I can do all the flippy shit, but I think when it's two bigger guys going against each other, and then I pull out something where I like. They're like, oh, damn, I didn't know he could do that. Those are the moments that I like.
I'll be right back, guys. Keep talking.
Okay.
All
right. It's like, all right.
So shifting off of wrestling. So, other like, what are you into? Other than wrestling and, being a dad?
Well, I mean, I like playing like video games. Like I play Madden, Call of Duty, GTA. I be chilling with my best friend for the most part. Like throughout the whole week, we be trying to like do different shit. Like we be fishing sometimes, bowling, getting on each other's nerves.
That was a heavy cosign. I felt that.
But nah, I mean, I'm the type of person, like I'm very spontaneous at times, and I just like doing things that I wouldn't usually do. Like you're like, hey, come on, let's go try skydiving. I'm like, hey, let's go to the indoor skydiving first, and then like try it that way, and then we've actually picked up on doing like escape rooms. and that's something that I want to get like more into. Like we've done what, three or four.
How many did you guys escape though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the first one we did, we didn't escape. We were almost there, but this one in the back, he kept touching shit, man. Like, yo, we're in there. I'm telling you, like, yo, we're in there trying to figure this shit out, and he picks up a skull and the whole shit breaks. We're like it just breaks apart, and I'm like, Nick, what are you doing? Like, this could be a clue. And he's like, I wanted to help. I'm like, okay, well, like,
you can't be getting mad at the king, like,
yeah, like he tried. Like it's listen.
I mean,
it's some.
yeah, I mean, I get it. Like, I wasn't really that mad, but it was just like, you know, we're all serious, and all of a sudden we hear, and everybody's looking around. It's kind of like having a toddler, and then you're in your room, and then all of a sudden you hear all the toys from the toy box come out, and then you're just like,
or like the Legos, or like when you build something with Legos, and then somebody either like bumps it, and then that's it.
But so we didn't escape that one. We were almost there. We were doing like a puzzle, and all we had left was the puzzle, and then like to get the key out the little compartment, and that would have been it. So we failed that one. Then we did a basketball one, and we actually did really good with that one. Like the teamwork was on point. I listened to her a little bit more, like she complains about, because sometimes I try to overtalk her and don't listen.
Sorry, guys.
But
is that from Sonic?
Yeah.
So you just totally paused all of us to go get your little ass Sonic?
It was delivered to the house. I'm doing Ramadan right now. This is my first
You paid
meal.
extra
Sonic
just to deliver to the house.
I mean,
Bruh.
I do it for Pizza Hut. Easy.
Listen, I'm doing Ramadan, and I haven't eaten all day.
Listen, that's not food. BT does, but
Listen,
But-
when you listen, like when intermittent fasting and that feeding, in that window you can eat, you're allowed to have a little sugar. Just don't go overboard. Just make sure that you have water right after, just to offset it. That's it. You good.
Mr. Grimm, I apologize. But
it's okay. But the second one we ended up getting out of. Then right after that one, we decided to do another one, and it was like this clown theme escape room.
that's scary. No,
that's
Yeah.
mad.
I'm telling you, like this one, like it was like we had to do math, and I was like, man, fuck this. Like we didn't even get out. Like the lady, she came through the door. She was like, I was like, damn it. Like you feel like an asshole when the person has to come in and unlock the door and then tell you the clues you missed.
Oh
And
no,
then-
yeah, you feel like a whole dumbass, you know.
Yeah, like we weren't even close to finishing that
It
one.
was made for 6 people.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it was
you
just
know,
us two.
I've done a room that's like that, and we thought we were so close, and then when the time was up, they were like, "There's a whole nother door and a whole nother room."
Yo,
we were just like,
look,
"What?"
that's what we got messed up on. Because all right, so we finished one part, and then it's like it was a closet, right? So I'm looking like through the outfits thinking it's a clue, and we had to walk in the fucking closet and push the door open. I'm like, why the hell do I think my fat ass needs to get up there and walk in the closet?
Wait,
I'll never
where
think
was,
about it.
wait,
Trying
where
to-
was
yeah.
where was this escape room?
This was in Silver Spring,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Silver Spring, Maryland.
Because it definitely sounded like the one I did in Atlantic City, where the hard ass room, you had to go into the dressing room to unlock that door. It's stupid.
Bruh.
I don't like it.
I did one.
I
with a
didn't
bunch
know
of
that I had to get in the closet and push the door behind it. Because like we're sitting up there for like a good 5 minutes, and she was like, "Try walking in the closet." I'm like, bro, I just came out. Fuck you mean walking back in the closet?
That's
But-
too much. Guys, any last questions before we say our farewells and we will see this gentleman in about 2 weeks? here?
Exactly.
I just realized y'all didn't say shit about the show.
Well, we waited to the end. We started at
Yeah.
the beginning and we waited to the end.
Oh, the final part.
Actually, that's on you. You're the one that's booked.
Aren't y'all the one asking questions?
We asked questions about you.
We asked questions about you. We're trying to get to know you.
We trying to let the fans and people know who Grim is. Now, if you want to plug the show, by all means.
All right, y'all can finish. Go ahead. I'll wait till my turn.
Thank you.
I don't want to overtalk y'all.
Thank you.
But what are you eating?
What?
What are you eating?
These are sweet potato fries.
So we've got to ask the most infamous Jobbertears question: top 5 favorite rappers. No particular order.
All right, so I like Hobson, Joyner Lucas, KRS-One.
Oh.
Yeah, I know you didn't expect that one.
I didn't at all.
No.
At all.
He likes bars. Like
so this
bars.
is this is a historic episode.
Yes, but go ahead.
Because no one's ever said that.
Yeah, all 3 of those names. Who else?
I mean, definitely Tupac. I was a real big Tupac fan. I wasn't really a Biggie fan until later on in life.
Facts.
I just bought a Biggie shirt today, actually.
And I mean, I know this might be cliche, but like, you know, I have to give credit to like Eminem. Have to.
Yeah, actually, like the first person who said Eminem. Yeah,
like,
listen,
I'm just saying, like,
this is very unique, but I like it.
No, so you know it's weird. Low key, they worship him in Detroit. It's the weirdest thing.
Duh, because
that makes perfect sense.
They worship him, but you rarely hear any M on the radio. Like any old or like anything, they don't play him on the radio out there. The whole time I was there, I only heard one song.
But you was out there for long though.
He has no new music out.
Exactly.
But even just some old school shit, they didn't play anything.
But then again, Eminem is old school. Like, keyword, you forget that we are in our 30s. Eminem
how the
16,
hell
15, 20.
Can
like,
I forget how old I am?
Like, Eminem, like, it seems like time just happened. Like, last week that he was saying, you know, my name is... Nah, he will play on a classic hip-hop station. Don't forget that, Janelle.
And it's like a lot of his older stuff was better than the new stuff. Like, I heard like some of his stuff now, and I'm like, I mean, he's rhyming and making sense, and like you got to listen to it because it all makes sense. But it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
So this is my beef with him because I love Eminem.
Yeah, I know.
Currently, he's trying to prove that he can rap, and it's annoying. Like, okay. We know you can rap already. Stop doing it.
Okay, so he's like Jordan going play for the Wizards.
Yeah,
like we know you to go.
Oh
like you have nothing to prove. Okay,
don't bring that up, please.
Listen,
like I was so excited for that, but then when I watched him, I was just like, this isn't the same fucking Jordan. Like, where's the like? No,
true, but listen, during that time when he played for the Wizards, those merch that he had, wow, he milked that market for all it had. He had the Chicago Bulls one with the Wizard throwback with it. Come on, the sneakers. Yo, Jordan made some cake.
Side note though, I will say the statue in front of the United Center is super dope because you just said Jordan and it reminded me the first time I saw it and I was just like, this is pretty all right, because you know we don't have that here. Like there's no like monument of, you know, anybody, John Starks or anybody from that team.
I mean, why would we have a monument of John Starks?
It's the first thing I thought about in that winning ass team that year.
It should have been Patrick Ewing, you know, the greatest.
John Starks, though?
It's the first thing
everybody.
I bet you're the first person to mention John Starks. Like,
it's that first thing that came to my head, and it was the easiest thing to say.
Patrick Ewing, you said Patrick Ewing, but then again, MSG, like, look how much like
did
spaces
you not
from the
see
entrance.
How they low key try to ID him not too long ago?
Yo, really? But then again, it makes sense. It makes sense because this new generation don't know about Patrick Ewing. But then again, Stephen A. say a point that yo, you work for MSG. Everybody should know who Patrick Ewing is. Like that should be the guest of honor. Like he built this house. Come on.
Yeah. Story of our lives. Any last questions before we give the floor to our guest of honor?
Oh, okay. I got something. So
okay.
Since I pull up the Sonic and you eat your sweet potato fries.
So now y'all having dinner together? Y'all having a date?
Wow.
No.
With the big goat from 7-Eleven.
I gotta get me one of those.
But
that's 100 ounces.
Top 5 foods.
Do what?
Ooh.
New question alert.
I couldn't hear you over the guy in the orange.
Top 5 go-to meals.
All right, definitely like chicken teriyaki. I like chicken teriyaki with rice and noodles. Baby Grim tends to help me eat that. She'll like take all my rice and noodles. All right, so I like making this. It's a.
Oh, somebody looking for you.
Dang. Yeah. So I like making this. It's imitation crab meat, and what I'll do is I'll make it like a cheesesteak. So I'll get the imitation crab meat. I'll spray the pan with like I can't believe it's not butter. And then pour like the crab meat in there, like start cooking it, spray some more. I can't believe it's not butter on that. Put like some lemon juice on it. And like while that's sizzling, man, I'll put some of that Old Bay seasoning on there. Bruh. And then to top it off with like some cheese. Yo. Oh my gosh.
So what side dishes do you make with it? Like make that later.
I did.
The sandwich.
Oh, my bad.
Juice? Water?
Nigga said
juice.
Yo, you gotta get off my phone with that.
Somebody's
let him go. Somebody's really looking for you.
Listen, it's late.
I know,
Somebody
right?
Here in your hotline, crazy. So, what other things you like to eat, real quick, and then we're gonna say our farewells. They looking for you. You a hot commodity, like.
I like pizza. I like steak, and yeah, I love crab legs. Like it's a spot up here in Virginia. It's like all you can eat crab legs. Yo, like all you can eat crab legs, all you can eat shrimp, all you can eat mussels, French fries, mozzarella sticks, chicken wings.
What's this place called? What's the place called?
It's called what is it? The Krusty Krab? Crazy Crab.
I need to go there.
That sounds like some
Crazy
SpongeBob
crab.
shit.
All right, cool. Let me crazy crabs. All right, cool. I'm about to go there.
You look that up, and then so let's say our farewells and thank our guest of honor, Mr. Grimm, Hitman himself, for joining us on this evening's episode.
Very good episode.
The Jobbertears Podcast Lounge. So please let the viewers know where to find you, social media, and then you can plug any upcoming shows that you do have.
All right, so the easiest way to find me, I try to make it easy for marketing purposes. Go on any search engine that you have. Put in Mr. Grimm with 1M, wrestler, or the Hitman for Hire Mr. Grimm. Like all of my stuff will come up. You can also go on my Twitter. Like I have a link tree on there. You can like it's in the bio. Click the link tree. I have all of my links on there. I have like the different places you can get my merchandise mainly. And what I would recommend, if you go to luchaware.art, if you go there, find Mr. Grimm. I have all kinds of items on there and they're lit. I'm telling you, I got, for the people that hate me, you can get like a little placemat, like a doormat. You can step on my face every single time you walk out the house. I got stuff for the pets. They got pet blankets. They got real like people blankets. They got masks. I have so much content on there and items to purchase. It is lit. I'm telling you.
What's the website called?
It's called Luchaware, LUCHAWARE.art.
Art. Okay. Luchaware. Art.
Yep. And once you go on there, it'll like, you'll see like, search for like the luchadors, click USA because that's what you're looking for, and just look for my name or look for whoever's name you want to buy stuff from. But you'll see all the stuff I have on there and it's lit. But I also just put out a new shirt on Pro Wrestling Tees. Like y'all can go check that one out. It's on Twitter, on Facebook, all that. But yeah, man, stuff that I have coming up, definitely Battle Club.
Wow.
I will be at Battle Club. I'm trying to win this tournament. Like, I don't know if y'all know who my opponents are, but it's Mike Drake. I don't know how to say the girl's name, but it's Dave something. Dave something. But yo, she be fucking people up. I'm not even gonna lie. And then what is it? Trevor Aon. So that's the first round match. I mean, Trevor and I, we have history, so just expect us to continue on with that one. But yeah, I mean, if y'all check my social media, I'm always posting my matches. Always posting what's coming up. So just check it out.
You actually promote yourself the best out of most independent wrestlers.
The fact that he said he had a new highlight reel just came out. I know people that don't even have one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna put this out there, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. But the reason that I put that out like really quick, I had a company that asked for me to send my stuff, and the highlight reel is one of the things they asked for. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Lesson learned.
He really got mad stuff on his website. Wow. 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 Yo, he really got look.
Okay, show me. Okay, what else?
Okay, hey, look. So you saw that picture? I have a T-shirt like that, and the T-shirt looks exactly how that design is. The whole T-shirt with the red and black and the smoke. The whole T-shirt looks like that.
So he really
like I had somebody buy one, and they sent me the picture of it. Yo, I'm telling you. No, that's not the one I'm talking about. They have that one, and they have a T-shirt where the whole shirt is like the design. That one. That's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, that's hard.
That's hard.
That shirt looks exactly how it looks on there.
That's really good.
He does got mad.
Good job with your merch, brother.
I appreciate that, man. But I didn't do that alone. I definitely had a lot of help. I got is one of my sponsors. I was very happy for them to hit me up. But Zenshi from MLW, he was the one. He's the mastermind behind that. He hit me up one day, like 2 a.m, asking me if I wanted to be a part of a business venture that he had. And this is before any of this happened. Now, months later, this is what it's transpired to. And, it's not just merchandise. It's not just like a sponsorship. He plans on doing other stuff with it. It's like he's trying to do this because he wrestles a lot in Peru. And the people in Peru, like, they don't really have a lot of opportunities like we have. So what he's trying to start working on is like talent exchange. Like, he sends some of us over there, some of them come over here, and we help train them, like help teach them, and like, just pay it forward. And like, he has a lot of stuff going on with this project that he's doing. And mad respect for Zenshi, man. Mad respect.
Well, there you have it. Make sure to go and support Mr. Grimm. Make sure you check out all his merch, his matches. Definitely look forward to seeing you in a few weeks. Gentlemen,
we gotta get a picture too, all of us. Now that I've been in the podcast, we gotta get a group photo or something.
Listen, I'm here for it all. Are you bringing merch up with you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Your business manager.
I know, right? Damn. Look, I think I need to put her on the goddamn camera. Let her explain the rest of what's going on. Shit.
I mean, give her some shine.
Yeah, why not?
Put on the camera right now.
Before we go.
No, she said no. It's okay.
Oh,
okay, all right.
You want to talk shit, but don't want to be on the camera. Shut your ass up.
Don't touch her like that. That's not.
I'll be at Battle Club.
So we'll see you at Battle Club.
All right.
But I appreciate y'all having me, man. Really do. It's been like an hour and 13 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a blast. It didn't seem like it's been an hour at all.
It didn't.
Yeah, it didn't at all. Thank you for letting me sip on my Sonic.
You crazy, boy. You crazy.
I was thirsty. Good night, guys.
Good night.
I was over, got the hands in motion. If you go with rolling, no need to focus. Traveling states and over oceans. You gotta wait till your coast chosen. Trying to have lines outside the show like Harry Potter releases at Barnes and Noble.